Hello there Scapers, my name is Xenabilius and this weekend is going to be potentially the biggest weekend of the year for me based on all the things I've got planned that I want to achieve this weekend. And despite there being 3 double XP weekends this year, I only took part in the first one and skipped the next 2 due to various reasons, mainly because I'm trimmed. And winter weekends are always the part of the year which I look forward to most because the most gains can be made for all types of players, not just skillers. It begins with probably my favourite, the combat weekend, which starts on Friday the 1st of December at midday GMT, runs all the way through to Monday at midday GMT, so 3 days, same as the double XP weekend. And there's a bunch of different things that are going to be active during this weekend, many of which are common to the last weekend, but there are a few new things. And as you can see in the background, it may seem a bit unrelated, but the first thing I did was to get the mobile perk on a piece of melee armor, and because I'm cheap I decided to go to ports and make it myself instead of buying anything. And I'm doing it because I'm going to be camping Shattered Worlds for Anima. Now I have 3 things I really want to get done in Shattered Worlds, and the reason I'm going to do this is because one of the new additions this year is the plus 50% Anima on Shattered Worlds this weekend, so there has been no better time to get started on it for all of you guys who've avoided it as much as possible, just like I have. There are 3 things I would really like to get. Everything else is secondary. The 3 things are obviously the 2 abilities, Bladed Dive and Mutated Dazing Shot, or Sword to the Wound, or whatever you want to call it. And the 3rd one is the Dagonoth Mask. All 3 cost 63 mil anima each, so 189 mil altogether. The reason for the Dagonoth Mask is so that I can do Dagonoth Slayer tasks and kill DKs. Once every 3 days you can force a Dagonoth task, which is extremely good for me because I need the DK's pets for Insane Final Boss and I still want to get Slayer XP off them. So what better way to do it than that? Now I haven't actually been here since like June, when I went in to unlock the music tracks to get my trim back. But I just went back in today just to get some worlds under my belt so that I can start camping it without having to push worlds, and really enjoyed it actually. It was a bit random. It was kind of good to see a lot of the monsters that I haven't seen for years in some cases just be reworked into a new minigame. In that regard it was pretty good. Quite an interesting concept as well. And obviously I was only doing low level worlds because I was pushing up to the higher worlds, so it was fairly easy for me, but once you get higher up it will become a lot harder. The hit chances will be crazy low and you'll need to employ some really clever strategies to push worlds. But I believe the best strategy for anima per hour is camping world 70 to 90. And I think that will give you about 50 or 60 anima per hour, which is about, what, 80 to 90 during this weekend. I only need 183, so about 2 or 3 hours of this will get me there, provided I unlock world 70 to start with, which I haven't. I'm also looking forward to getting the combat pets here because I believe it is one of the best places to get the combat pets, not only because of how much combat that's involved, but also you get a lot of combat XP per hour. And all the combat pets of course have pet chances that scale with the amount of XP you gain over time, which is why this particular minigame is so good to have a really good chance of getting any of the combat pets. And one of the other rewards you can get here is the huge XP lamp for Slayer, which is actually a very good way of training Slayer without actually training Slayer, if you know what I mean. I believe you can get, what, 600 plus K Slayer XP an hour just by buying huge Slayer XP lamps with your anima. So loads of possibilities here. I hope it encourages me and you guys to do this minigame later on, even after the weekend is over. I probably won't do it for the Slayer XP because the only reason I'm doing Slayer is to get Edimu tasks for a chance at the Eddie pet. For more information, have a look at my Insane Final Boss series. I've put a card on the screen right now, and yeah, one of the side goals there is to get the Edimu pet for the 2nd time, lol. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing Shattered Worlds. I probably will only camp it for the 3 abilities, but if you want to push worlds all the way up to 200, 200 is the last world where you'll get bonus anima for pushing it. I might do that for an achievement or whatever. Not too sure at this point. I might do it because the cumulative amount of bonus anima you get by going up to world 200 is 260 mil. So it's a nice achievement to have, I suppose. But the main part of this weekend, the main goal I have is to do a truckload of Slayer, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's plus 50% Slayer XP, not quite as good as double XP, but every single Slayer task you get is treated as a VIP ticketed task without having to use a VIP ticket. You have an increased chance of rare drop with the enhanced luck rings, so bossing is also an option, and I will be doing that as well, but mainly Slayer. One more charm than normal for all those people going for 120 summoning, and so on and so forth. So that's going to be my main goal. My current task is actually Soul Devourers, and I'm killing Magister for it. 1 for the pet, but 2 also to make my own dual wield tier 92 melee weapons. So it's been quite fun actually. I'm gonna release more info about that in my next episode. Hopefully I'll get the pet by then or something like that. But Slayer is the primary goal here. I'm very close to getting that corrupted Slayer helmet unlock, and I think that's gonna be my main goal, but also doing as many Edimu tasks as possible to give myself the best chance of getting the large Edimu. A lot of the popular Slayer spots are going to be extremely crowded, so just a warning guys. So you may not have much luck with Abyssal Demons. You already don't have much luck with Abyssal Demons with the release of the combat pets. Everyone there is camping it. I actually got locked out for hopping worlds too often, trying to find a free world to do my Abyssal Demon Slayer task. That was actually quite funny. But yeah, the third thing I'm going to be doing is Boss Slayer. And bossing, of course, especially raids. So this weekend you can actually do 1 raid a day instead of 1 every 2 days, but it doesn't work quite as intended. On the evidence of last year, the way it works is if your reset day is Thursday, you can't raid on Friday. You can only start exploiting the 1 raid a day thing on Saturday. So you can only raid on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. If your reset day was Friday, well, you can do Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So my reset day was Thursday, so kind of a bummer, but I don't really mind, because the last thing I'm going to be doing is a ton of Reaper tasks, extra training points from boss training, 10% cheaper instance fees. Now's the time to do my hard mode Virago kills, spending 1 mil per instance, and increased chance of rare drops. I'm not sure whether that means RDT drops or the rare drops in general, but I suppose that will be covered by my Slayer as well. So a ton of stuff I've got planned. Let me know what your plans are as well. I also have some duo Araxel to do with my great friend Wildman18 Dew, also known as the man who duoed with me when I got my base pet and almost gave me the heart attack of my life, as the drop I'd been going after for many a year was bugged out, but thankfully that didn't happen. And tell you what, Pass 1 and 2 starts on Friday, the same day as this weekend starts, so no better time to camp Araxel. I'm going to be doing it for the 2 or 3 tops I need to finish my legs off, but also for footage for a duo Araxel guide I have planned, which should be out in the next couple of weeks, so that should be quite fun. That is about all I have to say, so let me know your plans. I'll be interested to see what they are. If you do want to raid, please PM me. I will be obviously raiding all throughout the weekend, and happy to take on any new people as long as you know what you're doing, and it should be a pretty fun weekend. I'm also hoping to get at least 1 boss pet and 1 combat pet over this weekend. I'm pretty sure, given the amount of time I'll be spending here, I will achieve this goal. And looking ahead to the remaining winter weekends, there are 5 others. One of them is Manaphos and Sophonim. In fact, that's the next one. And in that weekend, you get 25% increased Slayer XP within the Sophonim Slayer dungeon. So another opportunity for Slayers to train their craft. I'll probably be cancelling a lot of my tasks and only doing Corrupted Creatures and Soul Devourer tasks there, trying to finish off my Magister weapons. So it's good to start planning ahead. And after that is the minigame weekend. I remember last year, I was flat out at Castle Wards and Fish Flingers just trying to finish those requirements for Trim. So that's going to be the weekend to book off, guys. Like 72-hour marathon if you're going for Trim. That is the weekend of the year if you're going for Trim. Funnily enough, you have a second shot at the 50% extra anima from Shattered Worlds during this weekend as well, from the 15th to the 18th of December, so why not? And the last weekend I'm going to be exploiting, if I don't have enough tokens for my advanced gold accumulator by then, will be the weekend of Christmas, 22nd to 25th of December, and that's because you get double dungeon tokens from regular dungeoneering. So I'm going to try and get the Gaudy pet as well as get the advanced gold accumulator, even though I'm 200 mil dungeon XP. So lots to look forward to in this festive season. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the weekend. I will see you in the next one. If you watched this far, guys, well, I have a special proposition to make. So for every death this weekend, and I'm sure there'll be a lot, even though I'll try not to die. I will add 5 mil into a pot, and I'd like you guys to guess how many times I'm gonna die in the comment section below. When you type in your guess, also type in your RSN, because the person that guesses it closest will win the entire pot. So for example, if I die 5 times, you will get 25 mil. If I die 10 times, heaven, I hope I don't die 10 times, you will get 50 mil. And if there's a tie between people, well, the pot will be shared equally between everyone who guessed the correct number. So you have until the weekend ends to place your guesses and your RSNs. And by the end of the weekend, I will distribute the money that you're owed. Hopefully it will be 0, but I highly doubt it. I have a feeling it's going to be more like 100 mil. At least 20 deaths this weekend, guys, given that I'm going to be doing Geo Araxel during Path 1 and 2, amongst other things. Oh god, why did I even decide on this? I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret this a lot.